Next up, we have Leo. Consideration. Fuck no. That was easy. All right, see you guys later. Bye. All right, see you guys.
Now the fan's gonna come find you, Finn.
All right. Here's my thing with Leo. Right, he's stuck in the past, but he can't move on. I understand that it's because he is traumatized, but holy fuck, go get surgery. In one of the routes, his actions lead to someone dying because he can't let go. For crying out loud. Holy shit. Like, like it's just kind of ridiculous. So, like, don't get me wrong, he's definitely not my kind of personality. He's definitely not the kind of top I'm into. But I can see how some people would find him very attractive. He is not my kind of attractive. He's not like playful enough, I guess. He's not tricksy enough. He's a very stable character he's a character who on the outside is incredibly stable, but on the inside is very unstable. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, he's a firecracker on the inside.
Yeah. So I think what the what is it called? It's been forever. The hysteria kind of does is it takes the worst aspects of someone and just kind of brings them to the surface. Or exaggerates them a little bit, or kind of manipulates you. So with Leo, we see that he's extremely possessive. So just from personality wise, I look at that and I'm like, okay, well, here's the thing. Relationships that I like are, they got some stuff to them, but all that stuff that we're not, so, I mean, fuck, we've already talked about BDSM. So all the fun stuff is a game. It's an illusion. It's not real. When you make your cage, if you will, you build a back door into it that's not locked. And then you just sort of like play around with the front of the cage that's actually locked in this sort of hypothetical image I'm trying to paint for people. And you're like, no, I'm trapped in a cage. Oh, wah. But you can get out the back. Like, literally, it's not even locked. If you want, you can just leave and go eat dinner and come back and be like, oh no, I'm in a cage again, right? Whatever it is that you want, you can do. Leo strikes me as the type that does not understand that. He doesn't
Leo's the
understand.
type that is very similar to the kitten in those shorts that is sticking its head through the bars of the wide open cage, screaming that it's caged up.
No. Leo's the one who puts someone in one of those cages, but doesn't realize that the cage is an illusion because they're supposed to be able to get out of it whenever they want. So instead, Leo builds an actual cage that they can't escape from.
Mm.
That's what it is. And the kind of stuff that's really fun, the person, quote unquote, in charge isn't actually in charge, but neither is the person who's, quote unquote, not in charge. Right? It's a game, it's an illusion it's a game that's being played between both of them, and they both know that it's an illusion, but the illusion is very fun. If that makes any sense. Leo's the type who doesn't realize that it's an illusion and thinks it's all real. So Leo thinks the top is the one who makes all the decisions, he's the big boss, you're going to do what I say or else. And he doesn't realize that's not how it works. Unless contractually it is, but that's usually not the case. Does that make any sense?
Yeah. I don't have any experience with all that, but yeah.
By the way, if it is the case, then that's because the other person signed up for that. And it's very out in the open. Everyone knows that, like, all parties involved know that's what's going on. Leo doesn't get that whole part. He doesn't understand. So, okay. So personality-wise, that's all that. Anything you want to add about Leo?
No, not well. I guess it would just be I don't think I would really feel safe one-on-one with him. If it ever came to a disagreement, then it would be he would just try to dominate the situation. And I've had people like that in my life, and I don't like them, and I don't feel safe around them. So it would definitely be a definitive. I won't like this person, even though they're trying to do the best that they know. They think they're trying to. They think they're doing good by doing what they're doing. But at the end of the day, it's like. At the end of the day, it's like what they do is just very toxic, even if they're trying to be helpful.
But
I don't like it when someone just tries to push their agenda down my throat, even if they're trying to be like I love you, I'm trying to help. It's like, I didn't ask for your help. I want to figure this out. I'm trying to focus on this, and you're constantly distracting me, and it's incredibly frustrating. And you won't stop, and it just becomes overwhelming.
But
And so when it gets overstressed very slowly, I can feel that. Just be like, no, that would just be hell.
But Chula, you need to literally abandon all of your life ambitions and come live with me in my trailer.
No, no.
Come on, Chula, you need to abandon all of your life ambitions and come be my sex slave in my trailer for the rest of your life, which may or may not be that long, considering if you have legs or not.
Yeah, it might be a legless commitment. I'm pretty sure that this commitment has absolutely no legs to stand on.
Damn it, you stole it. That's where I was going.
You were coming? I'm glad I'm not there.
Alright, so
I don't want to see that.
Leo, but here's the thing. Like, this is a character archetype that is very popular, especially in teenage media. Like the strong, will protect you top before, you get into the adult world and you realize there are these police officers that will enforce the law for you. We won't get into political events because that is, people aping people off the streets is not fun to talk about. But, like, yeah, this is an archetype that a lot of people find incredibly attractive, right? So, he is written to satisfy a need, a desire.
He's written to satisfy a certain fantasy.
Yeah. So
yeah.
For me, I'm going to put him as a B because as a B as a character, not because of his actions, but because of the writer's intention with him. He is supposed to be your romantic interest. And there are things in his storyline that are sweet. If you just play Leo's storyline and you play nothing else, specifically nothing else, Leo is literally a guy who cannot move on, who is desperately trying to get back with someone that he is in love with. And he's desperately trying to do this. And he's actually genuinely, to an extent, trying to see if Chase will take him back. It's not necessarily Leo saying, I'm bringing you back, you don't have a choice. Until a certain point. But instead he is trying to see if he can convince Chase to come back to him. So from that perspective, I understand. Right? He is that character who, a lot of people want, where we have that background, and now they're pursuing me again. What do I do?
Yeah, which, it does kind of break your heart a little bit when you know what happened. And I think they pretty much just tell you right away, so you kind of know the context on a very surface level between of what happened between Chase and Leo. I think it's even before you even get the break. Yeah, it's even before you get back to the motel that you get the talk, that Jenna forces on Leo and Chase is like, you two need to figure your shit out because I don't want to be here for this whole week when you two are like, are we, aren't we, are we, aren't we, kind of thing. And unfortunately, that is what it turns into. But it gives you the entire background information that you need, including how Chase just was like, bye, poof. And Leo's like, are we? Aren't we? So, yeah, and so that does kind of break your heart a little bit. It broke mine a little bit when I finally really realized what was happening and how, much Leo was longing for Chase back in his life because he was just abandoned. And someone who's got like issues like that myself in a way. I know how it is. You just want your family back. And I got that when I was a truck driver, and I put myself in that situation, but I was like on the road and like, across the country, and like, I don't get to see my family like every weekend or anything. I get to see them like maybe once a month, and my family had moved away already, so I didn't get to see them ever. When I got close to where they lived, I was just like, I might be able to see them. Let me see if I can call it. I can just camp out. Not camp out, but I can stay at the truck stop in the city that they're in, and they can come by and we'll have dinner or something and finally see my family again. A very unfortunate kind of situation. So you could just put Terry instead of Tatsula. But yeah, to an extent, I emotionally understand what Leo's going through, to an extent. But at the same time, it's like, he is extreme. He does need the help. He does need compassion. But it's compassion from like someone that is professionally capable of giving him the help he needs, not just anyone. And Jenna, I think, understands that very, very well. And I don't think Chase knows. But anyways, yeah, that's where I'm at. I would consider him a good candidate for a friend who doesn't have any emotions, because I do like the idea of like loyalty, that he'd always be there for you. He is the kind of friend who, if you were in a bind, he'd be there in an instant to help you out. So I really do like that in people who are just more than willing to just drop all their stuff and be like, yeah, nothing in my life is really that great. I mean, look where I live. It's freaking Echo. So it's like, he'd be there in an instant. So that's a really good quality in a friend. And then you wouldn't have to deal with like the neediness, the desperation to get with you on that emotional level. So I think he would probably be, for me, I think he would be, well, there is the anger issue. If there weren't the anger issue, I'd put him in S, but because he does have that anger issue, and he lets it control his life to an extent, he's an A tier. But if he got that anger issue under control, he'd definitely move up into S.
Okay, let me help you out real quick. Leo is literally willing to die to protect Chase.
Yeah, because Chase is his chula. I don't know if Leo would be willing to die. Well, we almost showed that he is almost willing to die to protect Carl.
No. Remember when he gets, when two individuals spirit him away into a basement? And he's willing to not tell them anything and just fight, despite the fact that he's tied down.
Mm-hmm.
He's willing to die. He's not trying to... He refuses to sell out Chase. He is willing to die.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Okay. Does that change your calculus at all?
Well, it's still got the anger issue, so no. Because I mentioned the loyalty thing. The loyalty thing is incredible. That's what I would consider putting him in S tier for, because S is like super, like the best, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the loyalty, like that would be S tier if it weren't for the anger management issues he has not overcome. That's that anger. Sorry. That bronchitis still got me by a chokehold, guys. It's like I'm in a wrestling match with the microbial here.
All right, so.
It's good. So, yeah, the anger management brings it down to A tier. Otherwise, he'd be S tier.
Okay, so where does Leo fall for you? Smash or pass?
He'd be a pass.
I think I said mine at the very beginning. Fuck that. I guess I need to take a quick break, so we will be right back. So, like, for me with Leo, I'm more gynophilic than I am androphilic. For those of you who don't
Define
know,
those for us.
For those of you
Please,
who don't,
what's your English major?
That's psychology. So for those of you who don't know what gynophilic and androphilic is, a woman doctor is a gynecologist. Technically, a male doctor would be an androcologist, but we just call them doctors, or like urologists. So gynophilia is an attraction to women and feminine things, right? It usually gets used more like these hyper technical terms tend to get used more in like the trans and NB communities, because you might have NBs who are very masculine presenting, and so androphiles will like them, and certain NBs who are more feminine presenting, like they will attract more gynophiles, or yeah, gynophiles. Phile just means attracted to. That's basically it. So andro, male, gyna, female, and phile is just attraction to. So for me, when I look at Mr. McMuscles down here, I am not interested at all. He's not ugly. Like, I can find someone handsome, but I have seen plenty of guys naked before. Some super jacked muscle man is not attractive to me at all. He's just a dude.
Well, he does have a pot belly. Does that do anything for you?
Nope. I am having been a fat person. Having been a fat person, I do not want fat. Because I look at that and I'm just like, cool. Life shortening, diabetes, all kinds of horrible things. And it's just like, and here's the thing, just to be as clear as possible, that's not a them problem. That's not a Leo problem. That's a me problem specifically, because I'm just like, okay, I have this fear of these problems showing up, and that triggers those fears.
It just makes a nope out of it, huh?
That is just me kind of being a bitch. So that's it. What about you?
I have seen the effect. I have seen the effects of someone who needs a lot of medical help, and I do get concerned for the person that's with that person. And I do understand, like, that has to be extremely stressful, because not only does it put a lot of stress on, that person who needs the medical help, it's also a lot of stress on the people that care for and are family with that person who needs all the medical help. And it disrupts the family, which it disrupts your life, both people's lives, so damn much, when all you want to do is love them and be there for them. So yeah, Leo does strike me as someone who could be encouraged to work out more and take care of himself. I mean, he was doing that for a long time. He was on the football team, so if he could be encouraged to put that competitiveness back to good use and put himself back into shape, I would be perfectly good going to a gym with him. I'm not a gym bro by any sense. I have a body type more like Carl's, honestly. I would be more. I've wanted to actually start going to gyms. I was actually looking forward to going to a gym before this damn cold caught me and basically kept me from going there, because I'm a considerate person and I ought not go to sick. But one not ought go to sick when one is, or one not go to gym when one is sick. So Plus, it doesn't help with recovery at all. But yeah, I'm sure Leo would be more than happy to go do something like that with someone and encourage those good habits. So, and I think he would be a pretty good coach. He'd be telling you one more rep. He'd be in your face, do one more rep, smash those muscles. He'd be a great friend like that. Yeah, I think I'm good. I think you get the picture, right? You there? What did you Google?
Just looking video.
In video?
Oh, it's not showing
I'm in
it. It's
video.
only showing one of the screens, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh. Okay, let me. You can't even see what I'm teasing you about. Oh no, it can't. Oh, entire screen. Okay, there we go. There we go. Now you can see what I was laughing about.
Ha ha ha. Okay.
Okay.
All right, now we got both of them. Good Muir. For good Muir.
I know, right? That was supposed to be how it looked originally, but me smart.
Okay.
Me stupid. All right, so.
Hi.